Cooking with chemistry.
Hey guys, today we're back with a new segment of Cooking with Chemistry.
We are going to teach you a quick and easy recipe to make something warm and soft.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Not today.
I got it. Bread. We are making bread. Yes, today we're focusing on making a quick yeast bread using the principles of Charles' Law.
History bread.
Alright, so before we get started, let's take a look at what Charles' Law is. As you can see, the equation for Charles' Law is K equals V over T, where V is equal to the volume and T is equal to the temperature. So the Charles' Law is the direct relationship between the volume of a gas and the Kelvin temperature. But where did Charles' Law come from? Well, it all starts with the birth of this guy, Jacques Charles. He was the French scientist who discovered this relationship in the year 1787. He carried out experiments that led to the realization that volume changes by 1 out of 273 of the original volume for each Celsius degree, with restrictions of course, and thus came about the Charles' Law.
Okay, so let's get started. First, make sure all your ingredients are set out in front of you. Combine 4 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons yeast, 2 tablespoons sugar, and 1 teaspoon salt in a mixing bowl. Pour in 2 cups of hot water and 1/4 cup cooking oil and mix. Don't worry if it's sticky, it's supposed to be that way. Then, add the remaining cup of flour and mix until dough is no longer sticky.
Next, you'll want to knead the dough until it is smooth. Once you've done that, put the dough in the bowl. Cover it with a damp towel. Let it rise in a warm place until it's twice the size. This should take about half an hour. We are putting our dough in the microwave to let it rise. It has been 30 minutes. We are taking the dough out of the microwave. Now you punch it down. Now we're going to spray the inside of the pans with oil. This is to make sure that your bread does not stick. Alright, and now we're going to fill the pans with dough and we're going to leave it to rise until the dough has reached the rim of the pan. So the rim of the pan is after it rises, we're going to bake it. Now that the dough has risen to the rim of the pan, we're going to put it in the oven, which should be preheated at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 478 Kelvin for you chemistry geeks out there. and we're gonna set it in here for about 40 minutes. This is the most crucial step, so make sure that you do it.
Alright, so let's explain how Charles' law is put to use while we're baking our bread. So Charles' law is stated as volume over temperature, and we know that this equation is directly proportional. So this means that as the temperature increases, the volume is also going to increase. The yeast in the bread eats the sugar that we added in, and from the sugar, it creates alcohol and carbon dioxide gas as waste products. Now, as the carbon dioxide gas is released, increase in temperature causes it to heat and expand, creating the airy texture that we see in bread. The gluten in the bread allows it to stretch and for the carbon dioxide gas to help the bread expand.
This is a graph of Charles' law in action. As you can see, it's a linear graph. As the temperature increases, the volume also increases.
And now we're done. Make sure your bread isn't too hot before you eat it or else you might get burned.
That's all for today, folks. See you next time on
Cooking with Chemistry!
Cooking with chemistry.
Good, that means we did something good.
Why is it deflating?
Now we have to deflate now.
We have to punch it down.
Are you good?
Yeah. It's on red. Is it filming? That red dot?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Priya, principles of Charles' law.
3, 2,